Hi there! Welcome to this side of the internet where I analyze and react to some amazing singers. My name is Aleksandra. I'm an international vocal coach and singing teacher, and today I'm going to be reacting to Pisces by Jinjer. I love the fairy lights.
Suffering with smile, I drew a different reality with unconditional loyalty. Ego hardly can be picked 'cause I'm selfless.
I really like this vibe. Oh my god, is this really her? Alright, we need to stop for a moment, right? Alright, so obviously it almost sounds like someone else is singing the chorus. So impressive. So she starts off singing in that really speechy chest voice, and actually it's I would say quite a girly chest voice, like she's not trying to overlower it. She's actually keeping it where her voice sits neutrally. Simply take a look at her vocal technique in that verse and in the pre-chorus. She is singing as if she is speaking. This is quite crucial because she could be overpowering it and over tensing it, for example, yet she's keeping it in that very comfortable place. This allows me to think that although in the chorus she's using that crazy vocal effect, that still her technique below that vocal effect is very, very healthy and on point. And this is the first thing we as singers need to make sure of. Yeah, in that chorus, first, she's using the mic. So even though that chorus sounds very, very powerful, I would assume the sound she's making is not actually very loud. And because of the magic of post-production and because she is singing very close to the mic, she can make that sound very, very loud. And there obviously must be some drastic changes happening in her vocal tract. So the vocal tract is the area above the vocal folds. So our vocal folds are in the larynx here, and then the area above them. So this whole area really is the vocal tract. If that shifts, if your tongue position shifts, if your larynx position shifts, there's really quite a lot of components that can shift and really change your sound drastically. And you can see that after the chorus, she can come back to this clear, very effortless way of singing. And to me, as a vocal coach, that's the sign that she can use that voice effect, that vocal effect in a healthy manner. But oh my gosh, this is extraordinary. And because of this big contrast, It's seriously impressive. Let's go again from the verse.
No promises I ever give. Don't rely on me and I won't deceive. The beginning or the end you can't tell. When I wave my finger and shake my tail, I grew a different normality with unblameable morality. Hooks and nets are there for me, but I'm skittish.
This is pretty scary, actually. And back to neutral. Let's see.
Neptune's child, shivering inside, drowns in the liquid gold.
And her voice is so clear, so resonant.
Cherish his life to the underworld.
Ooh, I like that.
Flashing when the winter cries.
Voices swimming through the river, hold the life against the stream.
Searching for the room to catch on and see the sun beam.
Wow.
Don't suffocate in painful tortures, ungodly devils of callous men, wandering on of phantom butchers. Emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped away.
Whew. Okay. I mean, sure. There was this really impressive moment when she was going for that scream. She was really, really into it. And then it's almost as if she switched like that to a very, very impressive mixed belt, I would say. And again, that was very, very clear the way she did it. Very, 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 very. How many varies I can say in one video? Let's see. All right, let me just find it for you.
Make me flashing when the winter cries.
Voices swimming through the river, hold the life against the stream.
Searching for the room to catch on and see the sun beam.
Right, so I don't actually think that's a belt. That's more like a mixed voice and quite a lot of twang. But it also sounds really, really powerful and clear. And my whole point, I guess, here is that her voice is so flexible and so agile. She can go from that switch from that tiny ornamentation from in the verse, then to the scream, then she's going for her cry with twang, then she's back in her chest voice, and she's really playing with that voice. It's such an important skill for us as singers to be exploring all of these different voice qualities and voice effects so that we can play with style. Because, you know, we can cross genres as well. And some singers who are really successful and whose performances went viral, quite a lot of them, like Dimash, for example, they blend the genres. They really experiment with the voices, and they don't let anybody tell them how to sing and categorize their singing. That's just seriously so impressive. One other thing that I think is quite important to note is her posture throughout that performance. She's not doing this with her head, which would compromise her singing quite a lot, putting unnecessary tension and pressure on her larynx. And you can see no veins popping out, which would be a sign of improper, not balanced voice technique. So if you're trying material like this and going for these crazy voice effects, you really do need to be careful, because the moment the breath pressure is too high and the moment tension starts to creep in, you're only a step away from serious vocal problems. Yet, I cannot hear that in her singing at all. So what would be the signs that, okay, I might have overdone it? So maybe you try to practice and you worry, like, should I be practicing for a bit longer or not? So the moment you start to feel that ticklish feeling in your throat, the moment you feel like you want to cough all of a sudden, the moment you feel obviously any sort of pain or any sort of discomfort, is the moment you should stop. Inside the larynx, we have the true vocal folds. They create this V shape here in our larynx. And they are the source of vibration. They are the source of the sound that then gets amplified by the vocal tract. But above these true vocal folds, we have something that's called false vocal folds. And these false vocal folds are just above the true vocal folds. And what they like to do is they like to close on top of the true vocal folds. Biologically, they also close for such functions as swallowing and coughing, for example. So if you ram up a lot of breath pressure below these true vocal folds, your body will want to compensate and will want to protect you. So these false vocal folds will close over these true vocal folds, and the body will be prepared for, some coughing. Voicing is only a secondary function of the larynx. So the biological function of the larynx is that of a constrictor, so it wants to close. And singing, in a way, is an unnatural act, as Joe Estill, the fantastic music educator, would say. The moment you feel these false vocal folds closing, you feel like your throat is closing, that's the moment when you really should be careful. You guys keep showing me some wonderful performances that otherwise I would have not stumbled upon. Thank you once again for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Remember, you can follow me on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok for some extra voice content. Thank you very much for watching, and until the next time.